Great racing here in Steamboat Springs, Colorado.
Cody Winters and Robbie Burns are friends and fierce competitors in a snowboarding event called Parallel Giant Slalom. Burns was first captivated by the event at age 11.
I saw two athletes in a parallel giant slalom course coming over, cresting a ridge down to the finish line, and watching the artistic nature of it for me, it was something I was enamored with, like from that moment.
Last week, he waited to hear whether he'd be competing in the 2022 Winter Olympics.
You know, maybe a little bit like walking around on eggshells, you know, waiting for a sound, waiting for a text, waiting for a phone call.
Winters, another top American performer in a sport with zero margin for error.
Alpine snowboard racing, you got 30 seconds to go down a hill and you got to be absolutely perfect.
He was waiting for a call too.
It's intense. I've about chewed all the fingernails I have off my fingers.
It's been a long, tough journey to this moment for both athletes.
Yeah, Cody!
The snowboard racing discipline, with its high speeds on parallel courses with 24 gates, is costly to master and maintain. And competitors here aren't provided physiotherapists and snowboard technicians and logistics managers like some in other countries. They pay for much of their own training, which Cody's dad says costs about $80,000 a year. So Winters washes windows when he's not racing in Europe and relies on a GoFundMe page.
It's a struggle for a lot of kids. He wouldn't be where he is if he didn't work a full-time job in the summer, all summer.
Honestly, I don't mind it. I think the work that I put in makes what I do have, I'm more appreciative of it.
Burns, whose corporate sponsorship has fallen off during the pandemic, also relies on fundraisers and his work as a wildland firefighter for half of the year.
One of the best parts about that job is that I'm required to stay in elite physical shape so that I can go out and do the work. So that's always been a benefit, is it's a way that I can make money for snowboarding. Keeps me in good shape.
Both athletes began their snowboarding careers on Howelson Hill in Colorado, which bills itself as North America's oldest operating ski area. Come on, Robbie. The path from there to the Olympic doorstep has not been easy.
A dream for 2 decades turned into a 9-year process of hard work to get here.
What I really like is dynamic riding and a person that has fun in what he or she is doing.
Says their coach on the eve of the Winter Games.
I think it's a time for gratitude and a time to look inward and look at it and go, man, this has been a heck of a process.
Cody on the red, Robert on the blue.
I feel honored just to be in the running.
On January 21st, 18 days before the competition, Burns and Winters were both told they'll represent the U.S. in snowboarding's parallel giant slalom in Beijing. Quite an achievement. Hendrik Sabrandi, CGTN, Denver.